Hi, it's Teacher Penny here, and today we are here to talk about money. Yay! I know that you guys are looking into VIPKID for some extra money for you and your family, and that's exactly why I started looking at VIPKID. I needed to make some money, okay, and I needed to do that with some flexibility and the ability to work from home and around our family schedule. My husband's a pastor. My children at the time were homeschooling. And so I needed to work around that schedule. And so I was looking to make some money, and I found VIPKID and I loved it and got hired. I've been teaching with VIPKID for almost 2 years, coming up on 2 years in another couple of months. And love it working for it. And I've made really, really good money with VIPKID, and I want to help you understand that. But I understand also that the money side of things, the salary side of things, can be very confusing, okay? And the ads say make $14 to $22, and it's just confusing. So I need to explain this to you of how you can make money with VIPKID, how much money you can make, and how to get the highest salary possible. Okay, so that's the whole key to this thing, is getting you started at the highest salary. So let me explain the salary structure with VIPKID. First off, your salary is going to be determined in the interview section of the hiring process. Now, first off, if you have not applied for VIPKID, please be sure and use it's going to be right here. Yeah. Please be sure and use my link. I'm going to put it here in the video. I'm also going to put it down here in the YouTube explanation in the description here on YouTube. But use my link to apply for VIPKID so that I can help you through the process. I've helped over 400 teachers get hired, so I can help you. I know the process. I know how to help you get hired. So please be sure and use my link. If you've already applied for VIPKID and you did not use a referral link or a referral code, click on my account. It's in the top right corner of the VIPKID website. Click on my account where it says add referring teacher. Type in the code Penny0008. Okay, PENNY 0008, and that will also make you my referral so that I can help you through that process. If you are my referral, you get access to me for questions and for help all the way through the process. You also get to come to my coaching sessions that I hold multiple times a week, and you get access to the VIPKID Boot Camp, which is a special section of my website that tells you all about the hiring process, walks you through in real detail about what they're looking for and how to prepare for all of the parts of the hiring process. So if you're my recruit, you get access to that. If you already used someone else's referral code, you cannot switch. But if they're not helping you, you can reapply. Just start a whole new application, but use a different email address and a different phone number. Okay, so somebody, family, friend, a Skype number, a Google Voice number, or something like that. But just start a whole new application with that new email address and phone number, and use my link so that I can help you through the process. Okay, now the hiring process, and I have other videos that talk about what the hiring process is, but after you do the application, the very next step is the interview, and that stage is where your salary is determined for the next year. Okay, we are eligible for a raise after 1 year of teaching. So your salary for this first year is going to be determined in that interview. The salary is determined by a combination of, it's all about scores. Okay, VIPKID is all about scores. Okay, so they're going to score everything in your interview: your background, your appearance, your internet connection, your lighting, your props that you use. But it is mostly determined by how you teach. Now, your education, your degrees, your certifications, all of that have to do with the score as well. That's all a part of the score. If you have like a master's degree, or if your degree's in education, you get extra points on your score. If you have TESOL certification or if you're a certified teacher, or if you have experience teaching in the public schools, you get extra points for all of that, okay? But most of the score comes from how you teach. So if you want to get the highest score, you have to teach the VIPKID way. Now, I've got other videos that talk about the VIPKID teaching style, and I want to make sure that you understand that VIPKID teaching style very well so that you can make the highest salary. But just understand, I've had people say, I've got a master's degree and this experience and, 20 years experience teaching. I know how to teach and I got a really low salary. Well, you may know how to teach, and that's fine. You don't know how to teach for VIPKID. You don't know how to teach the VIPKID way or online or ESL teaching. It's completely different than a classroom teaching situation. So make sure you understand the VIPKID teaching style in order to get the highest salary. Now, let's talk about that salary structure and how they do it, because it's kind of weird, okay? It's VIPKID, so it has to be weird. Okay, so we are paid per class that we teach, okay? And each class is 25 minutes long. So for example, you teach from 7 to 7:25. You have 5 minutes to get out of that class and get into the next class. Then you teach from 7:30 to 7:55, then 8 to 8:25, 8:30, 8:50, you get the idea, okay? So you can teach 2 classes in an hour. So we are paid per class. And so if you're looking for an hourly wage, because that helps you compare to other jobs, just take that per class wage and double it, okay? Because you can teach 2 classes in 1 hour. Now, that per class pay that we get a base pay, but this is not all of the pay. Okay, so don't freak out over this part of it, okay? There is a base pay per class that you're going to be offered when you do your interview, okay? Either if you do the live interview, they'll do it right, they'll tell you what it is right there in the live interview, or they'll send it to you in an email. That base pay is going to be anywhere between $7 and $9 per class, okay? 7, $7.50, 8, $8.50, or 9. I will tell you, most teachers are coming in about the $8 range right now, okay? Unless you don't do so great on the interview, then it might be $7.50. I haven't heard of anyone getting $7 lately, okay? Everyone has been $7.50 or $8, maybe even $8.50. I have heard of a few people that are getting $9 per class base pay starting out, but that's very, very seldom. They have to like really rock that interview and have all the degrees and ESL certification and all that kind of fun stuff in order to be able to get that $9 per class, okay? So, but most people, $8, maybe $8.50 if you do really great on that interview teaching, okay? So that's where most people come in with the base pay. Now that $8 per class, remember that that's doubled for an hourly rate. So that's $16. I'm going to use $16 or that $8 base pay to explain the rest of the pay structure, just because it's a nice round number, okay? So let's pretend you were offered $8 per class, okay? That's where I started off with VIPKID when I started back in 2017. So I started at $8 per class, and so $16 per hour. Now, there are bonuses on top of that $8 base pay. The first one is called the participation bonus. If you just show up and teach the class, or even if your student does not show up, if the student just doesn't, if they cancel the class within 24 hours, or if they just don't show up. I had a class this morning that they just didn't show up for class, okay? And so I still get paid for that class because I sat there for 25 minutes waiting for them, and I still get this participation bonus. This is $1 per class for every single class, okay? So now my $8 base pay is actually $9, okay? $9 for the base pay, or $18 per hour, okay? So that base pay, you always get that $1 participation bonus on top of your base pay. Then there's a second bonus, and this one is called the finished class bonus, okay? Now this one does not kick in until you teach at least 30 classes in a month, okay, in one calendar month, if you get to 30 classes per month, then you're going to get an extra 50 cents for every single class you teach, not just the 30 plus classes, but all that first class all the way through there. You're going to get an extra 50 cents for every single class. Okay, that is now that your $8 base pay plus the $1 participation bonus, now you're getting 50 cents more. So now every single class is going to be $9.50 or $19 per hour. Okay, now if you teach 45 classes in a month, that 50 cents bonus now goes to $1 bonus. So now you've got $8 base pay plus the $1 participation fee. Now you're getting another $1 for the finished class bonus. Now you're up to $10 per hour, or $10 per class, or $20 per hour. Okay. Now, when I interviewed with them and I did the live interview and they said, oh, we're going to offer you a great salary of $20 per hour. Well, I knew about that $7 to $9 per class, and I knew about the two $1 bonuses. And I thought to myself, wow, they are so impressed with me. They are so impressed with me. They're going to give me $10 per class base pay plus the two $1 bonuses. No, that is not what they were telling me. They were actually offering me the $8 base pay, and they were including those two $1 bonuses in the salary offer. Okay, so they were offering me the $8 base pay plus those two $1 bonuses to get $10 per class or $20 per hour. It's not that they're trying to mislead. They're absolutely not trying to mislead at all. They are just saying it one way and we're just not quite getting it. Okay, so they're including these two $1 bonuses in that hourly salary quote. Okay, now if you are making $8.50 for your base pay, that's going to be $21 per hour. If you are making $9 for your base pay, that's the highest anybody starts, that's going to be $22 per hour for your salary. Okay, so hope that clears up how the salary is offered. Now, there are some bonuses that you can also earn on top of that. If the class is booked short notice, that means if it's booked within 24 hours before the class starts, then you also get a $2 short notice bonus. So that way, if you've got that $9 base pay, and so you're making $22 per hour, and then you do all of these short notice classes, that could actually take you up to, what is it, $26 per hour if you do those short notice classes. So you can make significantly more money on the short notice classes. Of course, you take the gamble that they won't book, but anyway, that's just kind of part of the game. Okay, but that short notice booking bonus is really nice. It gives a nice little cushion there. Also, if you teach trial classes, which these are the classes where the parents are just checking out VIPKID, if you teach a trial class and they sign up for classes and you're the last teacher that teaches them, because they can have 3 free trial classes. Okay, so if you're the last teacher to teach this child before they sign up for VIPKID, you get a $5 bonus. So those can be some really, really nice bonuses in there. Okay, so that is the way our salary structure is put in. So let me give you some real life examples. Okay, I usually teach about 5 classes every morning, Monday through Friday. I don't teach weekends anymore. I spend my time YouTube and helping other people get hired. But I teach 5 classes every morning, 5 days a week. So 25 classes a week, about 100 classes a month. So if I make that, I'm now make $8.50 for my base pay. And so that's $10.50 per class. And it ends up being what, $10.50 times 100. So I make about $1,050 per month just in teaching. Okay, so that's the easiest way to figure that out. If you're making that $10 per class, if you teach 25 classes a week, that's about $1,000 a month. Okay, if you want to make more money than that, teach more classes. Okay, open up more slots and teach more classes. You're going to eventually find the balance between I need to make this much money versus I need sleep. You'll find you'll find that balance that works for you and works for your family on how many classes that you want to teach. Okay, and you'll figure that out. It took me a while. When I first started teaching, I was teaching 40 to 50 classes a week, and it was just too much. And so I ended up having to cut back a little bit. But you'll find that balance of the salaries with you. There is one other way that you can make money, and that is through referring teachers, like I do here. If you help a teacher get hired, they pay you a $100 bonus one time. Okay, when they teach their first class, you get $100, and so that can really add up in that. But make sure that you're doing a good job helping those teachers through the process with it. There are also some bonuses if you do referring. If you refer a lot of people, there are some things called milestone bonuses, which can be really significant, up to believe it or not, up to $25,000 per quarter. Okay, and there are some people that do that if they're really the rock stars of referring. But there are some milestone bonuses on top of that. I'm just going to put them here. You can see them and how they do it. Now, a real life experience for me, my very first month teaching, I started kind of right at the end of the month, and I taught a whopping 13 classes in my first month. So my very first paycheck was like $130. Okay, but the next month I taught like I think it was 125 classes, something like that. So I ended up my second month, my first full month with VIPKID, I taught about 125 classes, and I made about $1,300, something like that in one month, which was awesome. Okay, and then it continued to grow from there as I got more and more bookings. Then I started adding in doing referrals and got more from that. I now usually make more on referrals than I do on teaching. I did get some of these bonuses that I showed you a little bit. I've gotten a couple of those that have been very, very nice. The most I have ever made in a month is a little over 8,000, which was just unbelievable, and really was a blessing to my family. So that's the most I've ever made, but that comes like once a quarter for those bonuses to hit. So that is what we can make with VIPKID. You know, it's really completely up to you how much you want to make with VIPKID. One thing about a lot of people ask is about taxes and how we get paid. We are paid from it is a direct deposit into our checking account, savings account, whichever one you choose. It is paid directly into our account from a bank in California. So it is not an international transfer. It is a domestic, just a plain old direct deposit like you would get your paycheck if you're signed up for direct deposit with your paycheck. So it's a direct deposit into your bank account from a bank in California. We choose if we want to be paid once a month or twice a month. That's your choice, which one you want to be paid for. If you do the twice a month, then everything from the 1st of the month through the 15th of the month, and it's all calculated on Beijing time. Okay, so everything from the 1st of the month to the 15th of the month is going to be paid about 21st, 22nd, so maybe 23rd, just depends on your bank. Okay, they guarantee that they will send it by the 25th, but we usually get it a little bit earlier than that, 22nd, 23rd, something like that. Okay, then everything from the 16th of the month through the end of the month is going to go in on the end of the month, and then we get paid about the 7th. 8th. It's not guaranteed until the 10th. Okay, but today is June 6th, and I got my paycheck this morning for everything in the last part of May. Okay, if you choose to do it once a month, you'll get it about the 6th or 7th of the following month for your paycheck. Okay, all right, I hope that clears up some of your questions about the pay structure, how much you can make with VIPKID. Folks, there are people that do only teaching and make $3,000-$4,000 a month. Now they're teaching full-time, they're teaching all night long, every night, and I don't know when they sleep, I don't know when they breathe, but there are people that do that, okay, and they make huge amounts of money just from teaching. I choose not to do this much teaching, and it works for my family. And you have to figure out what works for your family in there, okay? If you have any questions, please leave me a comment here on YouTube or send me an email. My email address is teacherpennyvipkid@gmail.com. You can also look for lots of questions to your questions and answers to your questions on my website, the www.vipkidteacherswanted.com. Again, if you have not applied yet, please be sure and use my link to apply or add my code to your application, Penny0008. Thanks so much for watching today. Be sure and give me a like and a subscribe here on YouTube, and so you can keep track of the newest things that I tell you about VIPKid. And take a look around here on YouTube on my playlist, because I have lots and lots of information to help you get hired and for once you are hired. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.